So there's one question I've been getting a lot lately, and it's an important question, and I think we need to answer it right now, and that is, how often do I water my plants through the winter? So the first thing I should say is, do I water my plants through the winter? And the answer is yes. How often? For me, the answer is about 2 times, sometimes 3 times through the winter, but this is going to get a little bit more complicated. Let's dive into it. So the first thing you want to understand is that all plants, regardless of what kind of plant they are, deciduous or evergreen, they need water, and they need water all through the year. Summer, fall, winter, and spring. But do they need a lot of water? Now the answer is going to vary, but typically, no. So those of you who have been following me for a while know that I love growing these rhododendrons, and they're broad-leafed evergreens, so they lose a lot of moisture through their leaves, mostly in the warmer times of the year, like the spring, summer, and fall. However, they do still lose some moisture in the wintertime. But these figs here that are deciduous also need moisture. This is still very much alive. All of this wood, all the way down through here, even in this hard woody material of the stem. It's going to need a constant supply of moisture even in the winter. But they don't need a lot of moisture. In fact, too much of it can be a bad thing. I learned this the hard way in the beginning. I overwatered my rhododendrons the first winter that I was propagating them and lost a bunch of them because I was saturating that root zone with water and it was cold out. And these things weren't losing a lot of moisture because they weren't growing and it wasn't warm and the leaves weren't transpiring as much. And so they just sat in this soup of water. And that's something you definitely don't want because it'll just lead to root rot. So if we know that we need to water our plants through the winter, then the question is, how much do we water them? And that answer is going to depend on where you're located and the plants that you're dealing with. It's going to have a lot to do with climate. As I've mentioned on here before, I'm in zone 8B, and so, we don't get too cold in the wintertime. We get down into the 20s and teens occasionally, but it doesn't stay there for more than a day or so, and it bumps back up into the 30s and 40s through most of the winter. So consequently, I do have to water these plants occasionally through the winter, but not much. Like I said, probably 2 times through the whole winter. We've got a few things to talk about here, but we'll get to it eventually. I just got done watering everything in here about a couple weeks ago, and I probably won't touch it again until, I don't know, maybe March. So you can see the potting soil here. It is moist all the way through, all the way to the bottom, but it's also airy. It's got plenty of air through there. It's not sitting in water. If we look through here, you can see the same thing throughout all of these pots. We'll go over to some bigger rhododendrons because these are going to soak up more moisture. Same thing. They're not soaking up a ton of moisture. Still plenty moist with plenty of air through there. It's not just sitting in water, but it's moistened. Now I'll keep an eye on all this, and if I think I need to water in January or February, I will. It's just kind of based on how the weather goes and how the climate is this year. I don't know how it's going to be. I've told you before, this end is open and the end down here is open all winter long. So it freezes hard as a rock in here. It gets very cold in here. This is not heated. Everything stays pretty much the same temperature inside here as it is outside of the hoop house. So it's basically the same parameters. I don't need to adjust to any different temperatures in here. But because it doesn't rain inside the hoop house, I do have to keep an eye on things. I've got to check these pots every once in a while. Like I said, I may not have to water again until March, but if I have to water sooner, I will. I'm going to show you here in a second exactly how much I water because that makes a big difference watering in the winter versus watering in the summer. So through the winter, I'm typically watering just like this. I kind of go over my plants a little bit and this won't hurt them at all. And I just let the water get into the pots and then I quit. Through the summer, I will probably water 3 times that amount because they dry out so quickly and I need to make sure there's moisture all the way down through those rhododendrons. But in the wintertime, I just want that moisture to hit the top of the pot, and then I want capillary action of all of that potting soil to slowly pull that moisture down through the rest of the pot. And it'll do it slowly and over time because it's not warm enough to lose too much moisture too quickly. Now I'm dealing with a lot of plants, but what if you just have a few potted plants inside of a garage or in a shed? Well, all you need is a little watering can and just put enough water on to get the top moist, and then let that capillary action pull that moisture through to the rest of the pot. Trust me, it'll happen over time. Once that capillary action happens, if it still seems too dry, you can always water again. But remember, you don't want a soupy mess. So you got to be careful how much water you put on those potted plants in the winter, because they're not going to use it very quickly. Well, I know someone's going to ask, so what happens if you don't water your plants through the winter? Well, it might survive, but I wouldn't bank on it. Not watering your plant through the winter will more than likely kill it, because those roots are going to dry out and it's just not going to survive without water. And we're going to get into some detail about that. I'm going to make it as simple as possible. It really is pretty simple, but let's talk about relative humidity. So here's the deal. A lot of people think that because I live in Washington State, we just must have the highest amount of humidity possible in the air, even through the winter, because it rains a lot. But just because it's raining does not mean the humidity is constantly high in the air in the wintertime. Here's why. In a nutshell, the hotter it is outside, the hotter the air is, the more moisture it can hold. The colder the air is, the less moisture it can hold. So if I were to look at the humidity in my area in the wintertime when it's 30 degrees out and it's at 100% humidity, what that really means is it's only 100% of what the air will actually hold. And it gets really detailed and in depth, and there's a lot of math involved, and we don't need to go into all that, nor do I even know if I understand all of that. But the colder it is, the less moisture the air will actually hold. So it's actually really dry here in the winter. So if I don't water these plants, they're going to dry out relatively quickly. Now, not as fast as in the summer, because they're actively growing and they're taking up a ton of moisture to put on all of these branches. The majority of these branches and leaves is water content, and so they use a lot of water to make all of that material. In the wintertime though, they can lose a lot of moisture due to how cold it is and how little moisture is in the air. That's why drying winter winds and cold environments can really just dry out a plant quickly. So for my area, I've determined that I basically can get away with watering all of these plants maybe 2 times through the winter, maybe 3 if I really need to, but I don't need to overwater these things. But what do you need to do in your area? That's going to differ a lot based on climate. So if you live in Southern California, then your weather is obviously warmer through the winter, the blooms start earlier, and so you're going to have to water more frequently. So a lot of how much you water your plants through the winter is going to depend on where you're located and the type of plants that you're growing. And that leads me to the final point that I want to make about this watering of plants through the winter. It's really important to pay attention to when you stop watering frequently and when you start watering again in the spring frequently. And basically the rule of thumb I go by is in the fall, when I start getting the first freeze or two, I know the plants aren't really absorbing a ton of moisture anymore. And so that's when I start slowing down on watering and eventually stop altogether. At that point, I'll do my once or twice watering through the winter. Then in the spring, I will start back up again when I start seeing buds swelling. Here's an important point, and something I've learned over the years, especially with these rhododendrons and other flowering plants. It's really important that you have plenty of moisture at these things just as they're starting to bloom, or the blooms will get robbed. I'm telling you, I've done it before. I've had really dry springs around here where there wasn't a lot of rain and I didn't water my landscape plants or my plants in here enough going into the bloom, and they didn't have the moisture they needed to really provide just a huge, beautiful bloom. They just didn't have what they needed. And so it's important to make sure that everything's fully hydrated going into the springtime. On the flip side, it's really important that you go into winter fully hydrated, because you don't want to go into winter and your plants or the potted plants are dried out, and now you've got these cold winter winds sucking more moisture out of them because there's not a lot of moisture in the air. So in the fall, just before it starts freezing, you want to make sure you water everything good so that it can withstand that cold, dry air through the winter. And then in the spring, just as you're seeing the buds start swelling, make sure everything is watered up well again so that they can function at their fullest and bloom beautifully for you. So that was a lot to talk about, watering. I hope that you guys learned something out of that and maybe got a little tidbit or point or something you didn't know, and it'll help you along as you're taking care of your plants through the winter. So if you did get something out of this and you liked it, hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to follow along. Have a fantastic week, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Adios.